right, here we are. We're back for another week of the NASCAR report. This week we're talking the Ambetter Health 400. I'm joined once again by Right Cape and Joey Tron. How you guys doing?
Wonderful.
Doing well. Can't complain. How are you?
Good, good. So last week's race we had a little change. It didn't go Sunday. They ran on Monday. So how did things work out?
Yeah, the rain out kind of sucked. But it was nice. I got home from work and came right on. Yeah, it was a good race. I only had one play, which was Ty Gibbs over Joey Logano. That was plus money. I lucked into the win, so that's all right. I'll take it. Win's a win.
Exactly.
I had a few plays. We all know I was big on Bubba Wallace. Got him top 5. I really thought he was going to win. Looked pretty strong at first. I was going to make a late push at that last restart, but it's all good. Early in the season, I'll take a top 5 on Daytona any day of the week.
All right. Good start. Good start for the season. So now we move on to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. You guys got any? I know we broke down how to bet super speedways or whatever last week. Do you guys have any thoughts about this racetrack? Got any betting strategies you guys follow?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it pretty much the same. Low betting. I'm not gonna take a lot. But I'll be looking for guys who are good on super speedways, guys who have good history on this track. This track has been reconfigured, so this is third year they're running it. So we have we know a little bit about these drivers on this track. So I'll do a little more than last week, but I'm not going crazy.
All right. Joe, you got anything you look for at this track? Anything in particular? Or?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look for some place finishes. I might throw a nice dart at a winner, but I'm gonna look for place finishes. I feel like that's kind of what I'm confident with when it comes to super speedways.
All right, there you have it. All right, so we move on to our regular scheduled programming here, and as Rice said, the Atlanta Speedways made some changes over the last couple of years ago. So we'll get into some track facts with Right Cape. What else you got for us here, right?
Yeah, so this is Ambetter Health 400. This is race number 2 of 36. As you said, this is the Atlanta Motor Speedway. So the 1.5 mile oval with 24-degree banking. We're going to be doing 400 miles, which is 260 laps. Everybody's racing this weekend. Friday at 3 o'clock, we're going to see truck qualifying. Friday at 5, we'll see Xfinity qualifying. Saturday, 11:30, Cup qualifying. 2 o'clock will be the truck race. 5 o'clock will be the Xfinity race. And then Sunday at 3 o'clock, we will see the Cup race. That's on Fox. Everything else is on FS1.
All right. There you go. One of my favorite parts of the show. We get some trends for this race. And Joey, what's your trends for this race?
Yeah, we got some good ones for this one. So number 1 on Tron's trends is Chevy has won 4 of the last 5 races, and Ford or Chevy have won the last 10. Keselowski, Kyle Busch, and William Byron are tied for the most wins among active drivers with 2. Since the reconfigure, 3 of the last 4 winners, they had also won Stage 1. William Byron was the outlier last season. He finished in 5th in Stage 1. This is one that I find really interesting and a guy who I'll likely be targeting this week. Toyota has just 3 wins here all time at Atlanta, but their last win came in 2013 by none other than Kyle Busch.
All right. Yes,
I'll add on to that. So Toyotas, their last 19 at Talladega, they only have 2 wins. Their last 9 at Daytona, they only have 1 win. They have 0 wins on drafting tracks in the next gen car. So yeah, I'm not high on Toyotas this week.
All right. So yeah, it seems like a trend the last couple of weeks. Don't hear a lot about Toyota winning things. So I guess Joey, they're due. They're due one of
they
these
could
weeks.
be due one of these weeks. He's got to find the right price for it.
All right, so we'll break into this race here. These guys got some drivers they like, and they also got a couple of truck drivers they'll talk about. So you get a little double bang for your buck here. Not only the main race, but the truck race. So I know I see Rye's got a few more people here he likes than Joey's. So we'll start out with Rye. We'll get in here, and I see you got Brad Kozlowski on your list.
Yeah, so I guess he's the main guy. I just want to say there's no practice. You only get one lap of qualifying, so practice and qualifying really isn't going to tell us much. Not that it matters because track position here doesn't really matter in general. But yeah, Keselowski, he looked good last week at the Daytona 500. He actually could have won the race. He came in second place in this race last year. He actually lost because Joey Logano passed him on the last lap. He's just really good at these super speedways. He's looking for a win. It's been a while since he's got one. I feel like he could win here. He also did well in the fall race here, or the summer race. And, yeah, if not for the rain-shortened race, he could have won that one too. So he's doing really well in this new configuration. Atlanta's a good track for him. He's a guy I like. His price has moved. So you might want to wait and see if you get something better qualifying. I don't know if you can. Something I do like is Keselowski as the top Ford.
All right. Joey, what do you got? What do you like about Kyle Busch in this race?
Yeah, well, for starters, again, I feel like this is kind of one of those payback moments, in my personal opinion. Changed cars. Last win for Toyota was his. Now he's back in a different car. But more importantly, I think Kyle Busch, personally, the 6 races here, he's got 3 top 5s. He has 4 top 10s. He's led, he has an average rating here of 88. Not the strongest. But again, Kyle Busch is a driver who knows how to win. He puts himself in those key moments where he can finish, where he can place. And like I said earlier, I really am targeting drivers who can place. And with 3 top 5s in 6 races here, that's a pretty good conversion rate. But more specifically, in his career at Atlanta, he has 2 wins and 9 top 5s in 28 races. So again, he knows what to do, how to get into the good positioning to finish strong, and that's something I really like about Kyle Busch this week at Atlanta.
Yeah, he looked good last week too. He came up front from the back a few times. He won Talladega last season. As Joey was saying, in his last 9 races at Atlanta, he has 7 top 10s. He's another guy I like, Kyle Busch.
I feel like pitting is everything when it comes to these super speedways, and he really again, I hate to say the word again, like position himself, but when it comes to tracks like this, he really does. Like, he really does put himself in those positions to take leads, to jump all the way to the front from being in the back.
Yeah, he had a pit mistake last week too with something about his lug nut. So he showed that he can move up from having those types of mistakes.
He gains ground pretty easily compared to other drivers in the Cup Series, that's for certain.
Yeah, he moves through the field well.
All right. So, yeah, Ryan, you sent me the list of drivers, and I looked at it like, oh, Bill Elliott's coming back for a race, but obviously it's not Bill Elliott. So why don't you talk about your next driver here?
Yeah, so Chase Elliott, he has won here. Last time they raced here, he did not race because of his leg injury. Same thing. He looked good last week in Daytona. He's finished in the top 2 in 3 of the 5 stages here. Swept the stages in 2022. Yeah, he's just getting better. He's on a revenge tour from last week. I think this is going to be a good track for him.
All right. So, Joey, here we go with a little Ryan Blaney. Blaney action.
I talked a little bit of shit about him last week, how I said I wasn't really ready to back him, but I liked what I saw in Daytona, super speedway track again. Last 6 races here, he has 1 win, 3 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. In his career at Atlanta, it's 1 win, 4 top 5s, and 6 top 10s. He has an average finish of 7.3 at super speedways, and up until being involved in that wreck last week, he honestly looked really good, and I really thought he had a chance to win. He doesn't lead laps for long, but he knows how to place well. So with that, I really do like Blaney at Atlanta this weekend.
All right.
And the last two Atlanta races, he had the average finish position of 2.5.
That's nuts.
Top 10 of both of them. So yeah, the year before that, he won Atlanta before they had reconfigured it. So I like Blaney's one. I like too.
I hope I don't regret it come next Thursday, but I do like Blaney.
All right. So Ryan, you got a 3-pack here coming up. And Joey, if you want to jump in on any of these 3 that Ryan has, go ahead. You do it anyway, whether I invited you to or not. But so you got a Chastain, Busch, and Jones. So why don't you tell us a little bit about those 3?
Yeah, so I already talked about Busch when Joey did, so we don't have to go over him again. But I love Ross Chastain this week. He was 13th and 35 a year ago. Fine. The year before that, he was runner-up in both races. A few stats I like about him. If you give me a second, I'll pull them up. So, yeah, over his last 2 races, he hasn't been doing good. But career here in Atlanta, 8 races, average finish of 18.5, 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s, 2 DNFs. What I saw last week, he just he looked aggressive like his own self. He had a chance to win that race as well. I think he's going to be good here. I think Suarez will be able to help him as well. So I just think he's going to be able to move up in the field, be aggressive. I like Ross Chastain. He's my favorite bet this week. If you have Caesars, they have him for a top 3 at plus 700. So make sure you check that out.
All right. You got anything to add to that, Joey, about Chastain?
Just to piggyback on what I was saying, I did like how aggressive he was driving last weekend, and if he does that here, he can definitely move up the field and make some moves and potentially win, like you said.
All right. And Jones, right, Kate? What do you like about Jones?
Yeah, so Eric Jones, legacy last year was a fade for me. They went to Toyota. They've looked good in the duels. They look good at the Clash. They looked good last week at Daytona. Eric Jones is a super speedway driver. That's where he wins. And 4 starts at the New Atlanta. His worst finish is 14th. He has 2 top 10s with an average finish a little bit over 9. So, yeah, he has a good price here. I think you can find his top 10 for plus 180. So I like that.
Okay. Well, good stuff. There's a lot of different kind of action you guys are giving out. All right, so trucks. Before we start talking about the individual drivers, do you guys have different betting strategies when you bet trucks? Is there anything you should look at?
So I guess when you bet trucks, there's like an upper tier of truck drivers, and then everyone else. So as you can say, chalk wins.
Okay.
The guys you expect to be in the back at the end are usually in the back at the end. The prices usually reflect that. Unlike betting Cup, usually qualifying ends and then you're right to the race. So you want to bet trucks early because if you wait till practice and qualifying, the window of opportunity is really small. Like you'll have an hour afterwards before the race starts to actually get your bets in. So you always want to, as soon as they come out, you want to be looking at the truck odds.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Joe, you got anything to add to your betting strategies for trucks?
Not really a strategy, but like Rye said, guys who are priced at crazy numbers are priced that way for a reason. You don't really see out of the ordinary winners when it comes to the truck series. So, like Rye said, if the guy's favored for a reason, more likely than not, he's going to win.
Okay.
Yeah, the offerings aren't as great either as are in Cup. So you're only getting outrights, top 3s, top 5s, couple head-to-heads. Caesars may have a little bit like the top Chevy Ford, stuff like that. But you're not finding as many things to bet on the truck race as you will with Cup.
Okay. All right. I see you both have two drivers here to talk about for this race. Joe, we'll start with you since you got Ty Majeski. Nice name.
It is a nice name.
What do you like about Ty?
I like Ty Majeski. At Atlanta, he's only raced here twice since 2021, but in those two races, he has one top 5 and one top 10. He has an average start of third. His best finish here was third as well, and he has a 106.3 rating. That's pretty damn good. So give me some Ty Majeski.
Okay. Let's see right here. One of your drivers you like is Rhodes. I guess it's not Cody Rhodes.
No, I don't like Cody Rhodes anyway. It's Ben Rhodes, and he is a wily veteran. He had trouble last week at Daytona, but these are the types of tracks that he stayed in front. I'm probably going to stay away from outrights because Kyle Busch is in this race, and if it goes as planned, Kyle Busch will win this race. But yeah, they're all different types. You can take them in a group bet. Top 5, maybe go up to top 3. But yeah, I think he should do good this weekend. Bless you.
Thank you. I tried muting myself, but I couldn't with the mouse in time.
All right, so Joe, your second driver here is a little Austin Hill. What do you like about Austin?
Yeah, he only has one race here since 2021, but he came in second, and I don't think that was a fluke. I liked Austin Hill last week at Daytona, and again, super speedway. It's pretty identical, so short and sweet. Austin Hill did good here last race. There's no reason why I can't do it again this race.
Yeah, and it's Austin Hill, so
it's pretty damn good.
Yeah. The goal of every other driver is to make sure Austin Hill doesn't win, and the success rate isn't as great as you would think.
We'll close out the truck action here with Rye Cape and Little Curry. I like a Little Curry.
Yeah, Bailey Curry. But yes, same thing. This is a driver I think people should be watching out for. He's full-time in the truck series now, so he's going to get all that extra track time that he didn't have last season. He did well at Daytona last week. I expect him to do the same here. He should be able to stay clean, stay to the front. Pretty much in trucks, if you could stay clean, you could probably catch a ticket.
All right. Okay. Very good. And I know you guys. Do more than just racing here. So, Joey, what do you got going on? You got any streaks going? Where can people find you if they're looking for?
Yeah, hold on. Can we talk about?
You can talk about whatever you want. It's your show.
We do. Me and Joey trying to lap traffic fantasy. So you ask him what his strategy is. Ask me what my strategy is, and then we'll give you who we decided to pick this week.
Yeah. You could have put that in the show notes. So what's your what's your guys' strategies for fantasy? And who do you like this week? We'll start with Joey.
Yeah, so for this league for fantasy, it's pretty unique where it's broken up into 3 segments, and you can only pick one driver per segment. So it's really strategy based, and you have to really pinpoint certain drivers who you want each week. But so this week I went for my Cup action. I went Ryan Blaney. Xfinity, I went Austin Hill, but I think I'm gonna have to redo that one because he's in trucks. And trucks, I chose Ty Majeski. But again, it's really important you choose drivers who are good at certain tracks. Last week I chose Bubba Wallace, and it paid off because I'm currently in 6th place right now. So,
all right.
So I went the opposite directions. I chose to use guys who I don't mind burning that I'm not going to use again later in the season. I'm not in 6th place, but now I'm in 42 out of, I don't know, over 160 players in there.
I was like 173 this season, 170 something.
So there's a good amount of people. With my throwaway drivers, I'm in 42nd. So that's not horrible. This week I went with Brent Holmes for trucks. I took BJ McLeod for Xfinity and Corey LaJoy for Cup. Uh, these are all guys who I probably won't use again, and they're also guys who have a chance to do well here.
All right. I'll have to go look up a couple of those. So I'm not familiar with a couple of those, but what else is there? All right, good. So there you go. We added 2 new things here. We got some trucks in here. We got a little fantasy in there this week. You guys got to keep tuning in, and who knows what's coming up. What'll be coming up in future weeks. But all right. So Joey, I know you do other things besides the racing. So where can people find you? What do you got going on, and how have you been doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm really gearing up for March Madness, my favorite time of the year. I'm 8-3, my last 11 college basketball plays, and you can find all those specifically at insidersroom.com under Joey Tron. Get in on this action. We're getting hot right before March Madness. Build your bankroll now so you have all that house money to spend for March Madness. But you can catch me on Insiders Room, Cappers Review, winningsports.com, rocketmansports.com, Pick Advisor. You can find me everywhere. And on Twitter at Betting Underdog.
All right. Right, Cape, how you been doing? And
that guy's a fucking beast. Joey Tron.
Working hard, man. Working hard or hardly working. That's my motto.
So
yeah, you can find me at RightCape at all social media. Until last night, I was doing really good in college basketball. I think I'm 22-13 now in my last 35. Hockey, I've been doing well too. I am 11-2-1 in my last 15. I didn't do any NBA today, but I'll have some NBA up for the weekend. As always, you can find all my free plays at pickadvisor.com. I have NASCAR. I have hockey when that comes out. All these plays are going to be over there. As always, you can find my plays in the Discord. I'm pretty much putting free plays in there daily. And then if you want to find my premium plays, head over to insidersroom.com.
All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything about my last 2 weeks. See, but right now it's easy. As soon as my team goes up double digits, I turn off the TV, mark it down as an L, and go to bed because they'll end up losing. It's been a terrible 2 weeks. Terrible 2. Every time I go up double digits, it ends up as a loss. So.
Yeah, there you go. Just start taking late games.
Don't
worry about it.
Yeah. I think I had over the weekend I had who did I have? South Carolina, I think they're up 16 and end up losing the game outright by a point. So I'm like, hey, that's not worth it anymore.
It happens. Baseball's coming soon.
Exactly. I can't wait right now.
Don't remind me.
All right, so there you go. Check these guys out on those sites. Those guys have been hot. I'm not, so you can just scroll on past me for right now. I'll let you know when you can start tuning back in. Good stuff. You guys gave you a lot of action here to look at. Truck action, race action. Anything else you guys want to close out with, or I'll let Ryan just close the show?
Yeah, next week we don't know about you, but we should have 2 guests coming on. Full Tank Phil, or Phil from Full Tank with Phil, and then Cody Zeeb as well from the NASCAR Gambling Podcast. Might get Rory on here too. We'll see what happens.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah, check that out next week. On the things like subscribe, you get these notifications that when we're coming on, so you can check us out. Ryan, have a good weekend and do your thing.
Yeah, enjoy the races. Make sure you check out the insidersroom.com. Let's cash some tickets.
All right. Thanks, guys, and hopefully I'll see you next week.